Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Adam from HM05, and yeah, I'm doing this thing solo today. As you can tell from whatever I title this, this is wrestling and wrestling talk. Not sure how well I'm being able to be heard over these cutscenes right now, but I'm going to continue recording this, and hopefully everything turns out fine. So yeah, so for people who know me, I enjoy video games and I enjoy wrestling, and I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars over the years on wrestling games each year, pretty much. There's been a couple I've skipped here and there, but for the most part, I've gotten them all. So this is WWE 2K17. 2K18's not quite out yet at this point. I will probably be switching over to that once it comes out. I just have to figure out if I want to get it for the Switch or for the PS4. So, yeah, I figure this would be a great, well, probably not great. Hopefully, if this isn't too stupid, a format for me to discuss wrestling topics and such, and play wrestling. So it's like video gaming and wrestling. My two passions collide. So, without further ado, that's Finn Balor with the coup de grace on Sami Zayn there, and I went out of my way, created a character just to record this stuff. My normal character I create is normally just a buffer version of myself that's better looking because he's symmetrical and abs and all that shit, but so for this, I just got done creating a character. He's going to have really shitty moves because I'm playing the career mode, which you don't get to pick out your moves right away. You have to like save up and build up for them and shit. So there's my guy. His name's AC Slayer. I just, there's a game on Facebook called Wrestler Unstoppable. That was just the character I created for that game. Kind of a play off the Saved by the Bell. Kind of looks like he's like mixed with like Roman Reigns or something. But anyway, so I'm going to be starting a career. I haven't figured out which path I want to do. I know if you do certain things good during this training part, you get to join SmackDown right away, or you get to join NXT if you're just normal. I hate the fucking promo system in this game. So yeah, so just waiting for this fucking load screen to go. So anyway, I figured this would be, like I said earlier, a better format to discuss what's going on in wrestling. It's currently Wednesday, so what's going on this weekend is the pay-per-view No Mercy, and there's a couple of matches I'm kind of excited for. Roman Reigns versus John Cena. I never thought I'd be excited for that match, but I'm kind of just curious to see what's going on. They've cut some pretty decent promos back and forth. So it's kind of cool because they're like kind of catering to the hardcore wrestling fans that like look into shit way more than they should. Trust me, I've wasted way too much fucking time reading backstage rumors and all sorts of other bullshit on wrestling. So it's kind of cool that they kind of peek into that with their promos and stuff. Between the two of them, I believe they have about 10 moves that they can do. Spread out throughout the match. I mean, there's punches and stuff, but you know. But yeah, I'm actually curious to see how it goes. Then there's the Lesnar-Braun Strowman match, which I'm pretty excited for. I hope they don't bury Braun. I hope that he destroys Lesnar, because supposedly he's going to be taking some time off. He's not supposed to have any more pay-per-views until next year, according to certain websites. And I hope Braun, like, I mean, if he doesn't take the title, I hope he at least kills Lesnar, and that's how they write him off. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about during this game is I'm probably going to switch it over to, like, easy, just so I can concentrate more on talking than wrestling, because it's probably not a whole lot exciting. Just watching these shitty matches as they go. So, oh, too late. Yeah, it's hard to kind of focus on doing both these things. Ooh, nice German suplex there. So, so yeah, having a hard time trying to focus on both things at once, and it's kind of weird not having a second person here to talk when I'm focusing on games too. So, yeah, another match that's kind of gonna be good probably is the women's title match. I'm kind of for all of the stuff that division's been doing. They've been pretty entertaining actually. So, really curious to see what's gonna go on with that. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, and pretty much the whole women's division is going to be in the match. So it should be pretty entertaining. But they do a lot of the fatal five ways recently on wrestling. So, oh, he blocked it. Oh, too late. And then yeah, there's a tag team match for the titles, I think. Sheamus and Cesaro versus two of my favorites, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on Raw right now. Kick out at 1, just before 2. Obviously, 1 usually comes right before 2. So yeah. What else was there to talk about? Oh, recently I've been watching a lot of more like the independent wrestling things lately too. Ring of Honor, some New Japan stuff, and been watching like the Young Bucks. They have a channel called Being the Elite on YouTube. It's pretty sweet. They have a lot of like behind the scenes stuff on what they do to travel, and like they have like skits and stuff that they've been doing. It's kind of cool to see. Like the people that they're in a group with, a lot of them have signed up for NXT and WWE recently, so it's kind of cool. Like they write them off, but and they make fun of them, but at the same time, it's cool seeing like where they came from and moving up to like the larger companies. So it's kind of so me as a wrestling fan, I watch a lot of WWE mostly because it's most readily available. I did recently download an app called Fight, I believe, and you can watch like Ring of Honor and stuff on that. Here's my signature move apparently. I haven't picked any moves yet. I'm going to finish him, and then if I remember right, it just turns into a fight if I go for a pin. I don't know if he's too close to the ropes, but I'm going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. What? That was 3, you son of a bitch! Count to 3. Count it. Oh. So yeah, my favorite wrestlers tend to be heels, mostly because they seem to be like the ones that are more like kind of more talented in the ring, and they gotta have like their own kind of thing going. Most hardcore wrestling fans will tell you some of their favorite bad guys, or one of their favorite bad guys right now is The Miz. And that's just because he does such dickish things that like it's hard to like him, other than the fact that like he works so hard at everything he does. So it's cool that he's involved in like a storyline where he's kind of pulled back the curtain a little bit and kind of talked about some backstage politics. He's been doing that since like Talking Smack and stuff, which has been, you know, pretty cool to see. As a, you know, like I said, as a more hardcore wrestling fan, I enjoy those storylines that are more catered towards us instead of like the general viewing audience that just kind of tunes in once in a while and doesn't really give a shit. So it's cool to actually have some storylines going on Raw where they kind of give you a mix of the two. He's fighting Jason Jordan, who turns out to be Kurt Angle's son. I put up quotation marks around son, but you couldn't see it anyway, so. for the Intercontinental title this Sunday as well. So that should be a pretty decent match. Jason Jordan's really good. You don't really need me to tell you unless you don't really watch wrestling too much, in which I don't know why you'd be really watching me play wrestling video games if you didn't really watch wrestling to begin with. What the hell happened? Ugh. Rope break. Good, because I wasn't paying attention to where the X thing was. And he's probably going to try hitting me with the finisher. I think he's got the same finisher as me. Holy shit, I got it. Wasn't expecting to get that. I am getting my ass kicked, though. Like I said, it's kind of hard to pay attention and talk at the same time, especially with like a somewhat heavier difficulty. So I probably will be switching that as soon as I can here. Let's hit him with the finisher again. Hopefully he doesn't reverse it, because I got nothing left. Also, I wanted to talk about SmackDown stuff going on. Damn it. Last week, Vince McMahon was on, and he got beat up by Kevin Owens, which was kind of cool to see him out there and taking bumps like that. SmackDown's been kind of confusing lately. They have a lot of people on there where they don't really seem to know what they're doing with them. Dolph Ziggler's been coming out, and he's been just making fun of every other wrestler's entrance because he's, I don't know, I don't know where they're going with it. It's kind of confusing. It's cool to see him making fun of and calling things out, but I don't know what they're doing with him. There's also, like, Sami Zayn, no idea what they're doing with him. They just hired Mike Canales, don't know what they're doing with him. Yeah, it's just a weird time for wrestling right now. There's things that are like super exciting, and then there's like just a whole lot of like I have no idea what's going on with anything. Like the tag team division on SmackDown, there's pretty much two teams that like do everything, and then everything else is just kind of a joke. Like Breezango is amazing, but they're just a backstage joke segment. I really think that they need to like build up the Ascension to be more of a dominant tag team. I think that would be good. Like they have like the classic wrestler look and stuff, so I think it'd just be cool to get those guys going at some point before they just end up quitting. And because I mean I've watched like what's the fake wrestling thing that they do, God, I can't remember what it's called. I'm trying to hit my finisher, but it won't let. There we go. They're pretty funny on that anyway. If I could remember what it's called right now. Oh shit, I forgot stamina's on too. I usually turn stamina off because it's not that fun to play with. Yay, I won! But yeah, so I just wish that they would do something more with those guys.